My hot seat is Bally Sports Southwest
No,
Executives.
it's you. It's you.
My cool throne is me.
No, your hot seat is you.
Why's your cool thrown you?
Do you decide what my hot seat cool throne?
Well, I think the listeners decided because it took you this long to come up with this.
All right, fine. I will ignore that. I guess if you want to get right into the presentation.
Yeah, let's do it.
You guys are absolute divas.
Hank threw.
There's 100 cameras in here. I take pictures of you guys all the time, and I take my phone out. You guys are like, oh, it took me 5 minutes before I get pissed off at Hank. Do you get pissed off at this camera? Do you get pissed off at that camera? So what?
So the difference between these cameras and being like,
what's
the
difference?
show.
Well, Hank, you came into this room at the very start of the show before we even started taping. You shot me a look. You're giving looks today.
You're giving looks.
No, you came in and go, did you do the presentation?
It was a question. It was a valid question, especially
question.
Considering the events of last Tuesday.
Here's what Hank did. He tried everything to not do this presentation. He told me he had a call right as the show started.
I did.
He
You
named
heard
some
me on the call.
fake company.
It's a
then he
advertiser.
came in and he unplugged everything with the TV so that Max and Memes had to hustle trying to get everything set. He was like, oh, the presentation doesn't work. The presentation doesn't work. It works. We're ready to go. Let's go. Let's see this presentation, bucko.
All right. Well, I did a lot of thinking
Buckoed him.
the past couple weeks.
You
I
like
don't
that?
think I've ever heard you bucko him before. When you bucko a guy, that's so much worse
Let's
than
do
Buddy.
it, bucko.
The assignment at
Chief.
hand. Are you guys going to let me speak for this one, or are you just going to interrupt me every 2 seconds?
No, please.
No, go ahead, sport.
The assignment at hand was to do a presentation about how the Gillette Lighthouse was not real, which, I think part of the reason why I struggled to get it done was because I had already admitted that the Lighthouse was not real, and we had spent a lot of time going through reasons for what, makes a real lighthouse and what makes a fake lighthouse.
Yeah, because you keep bringing it up.
No, you guys kept bringing it up. And my point being that I didn't know how to do a presentation where, explaining why the lighthouse wasn't real when we've already gone over that and I've already admitted that it wasn't real. So I, decided to think bigger and go into what reality and what's real and what's fake really means. So without further ado.
Did you get meta with it? You got metaphysical?
Let's begin.
Wait, Hank, right off the bat, I have one gripe about the opening slide of this.
Okay.
What does the date say on that presentation?
That was just the day I started it. Henry John Lockwood, 11/5/2023.
And today is what, the 14th? That should say the 14th.
Well, I can't help when I start. Like, I've been working on this for a while.
Do you always date your PowerPoint presentations when you make them? Okay.
Also, Gillette is spelled incorrect.
Good point.
Wait, Jake, are you like
no,
what? No one gives a
Great
good point, Jake.
Great point.
cut his mic.
Okay.
Not joking.
Which lighthouse are you talking about here, Hank?
The Gillette Lighthouse.
Oh, because that's a different lighthouse with one T.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the date's wrong.
Date's correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, Max's formatting's fucked up. He's literally lying on the ground right now, flopping around. Didn't even give me the presentation the way I sent it. This is supposed to be a lot clearer. I don't know why it's see-through. But what does real and fake actually mean? Real, the definition is actually existing as a thing or occurring in fact, not imagined or supposed. Fake means not genuine or counterfeit.
Huh,
So-
counterfeit's an interesting word.
With that being said, I would like to now open up the floor to you guys. I have some examples, and you tell me what's real and what's fake.
Okay. So you're opening up the floor for questions?
No, I'm opening up the floor for you guys.
Well, we're
to
not
speak.
allowed to talk.
Well, you've interrupted me 100 times.
What do you think
already.
opening up the floor means?
It means you guys can give me you have 2 words.
I don't
can
think
say,
you know
real or
what
fake.
opening up the floor means.
I'm going to show you pictures. You each no other commentary, just real or fake.
All right, I'll play.
Next slide. That is Jesus Christ.
I think he was a real person.
He existed.
He existed.
So real or fake?
He existed.
He existed. So
Real.
he was real.
All right, next slide.
He didn't look like that, though.
Yeah, that's not a good representation of Jesus.
No.
So you're saying that there's some debate on whether it's real.
No,
I'm saying that
he's a real person.
that picture
he
right
existed
there
as a person.
is not a likeness of what Jesus
Do you have a picture of what he looks like?
Yeah, they tried to get a
Well, that,
You remember
would you call it a rendering?
You remember that painting?
he was a real person who existed.
Do you have proof?
Yes.
There's
See,
historical
help me,
record
help
of
me,
Jesus.
help me.
Council of Nicaea.
Tap you in. Okay.
I just don't know how you can say that's not a real picture of him if you don't have a real picture.
Okay.
What's it drawing? But whatever. Okay, go on.
It's clearly a drawing.
The
They didn't have pictures back then, idiot.
the moon landing.
Real.
Real.
How is there wind on the flag?
It's not wind on the flag. They put wires in the flag to make it stand out.
That's actually a fact. You can see the wires.
Next picture. This pair of chests.
I'm very bad at this.
This pair of chests.
I'm going to say real.
Hank, there's only one chest there.
Real.
Yeah, I'm also bad at it. I've been berated several times for not correctly identifying fake boobs. I'm going to say those are...
They look real.
I think they're fake. I think those are fake.
Next slide. These Christmas trees.
Let me take a look. Fake on the right. They're all fake. Fake.
The Big Bang? Real.
I didn't ask you to go to the next slide, but go ahead.
Real.
Yeah, it's real.
We doing evolution now?
I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to,
it's real.
I'm
it's
just,
real.
I
It's
opened
real.
the floor for you
Okay.
guys. I wanted some.
Yeah,
Now
it's
that we're on
real.
the floor.
Is there a
Class
point to all this?
participation.
Are you actually, this is like Hank doesn't know whether these are real or fake. He's like, this is a perfect chance for me to ask some questions that I feel too stupid to ask. Is the Big Bang real? You guys tell me. I know, obviously, but you tell me.
But there's no proof of the Big Bang being real.
There
There's
is
a lot of proof.
There's a
Scientific.
shitload of proof.
Just look at Neil deGrasse Tyson's timeline right now. I'm sure he's tweeted about it 9 times today.
You're talking about evolution. I believe in evolution. I do not believe that we all just sprouted out of nowhere and a dude gave a girl his rib and was like, "Here, now you're a girl."
Some would argue that we're living in a simulation. Some would argue that the Big Bang's real. Some would argue that those boobs are real. Those boobs are fake.
Are you
I
questioning just
I
like
think
everything.
science?
There's
questioning
arguments
everything.
and you got to question everything. That was kind of the.
Are we doing flat Earth next, Kyrie?
The hypothesis that I went through is like, yes, technically by definition, some would say that this lighthouse is not real, but there's some that would say that it is real.
I want to give Hank credit because Hank actually, this is a genius argument.
muddying the water.
that you're making right now.
Yeah.
By taking the entire concept of what we think of as reality and questioning it. That's the only way out of this. I think Hank is doing a good job.
Next slide, please. Iris Murdoch, you guys are familiar, famously said,
You tell me.
"We live in a fantasy world, a world of illusion. The great task in life is to find reality."
You could put any quote anywhere and just put a name under it. Be like, "Here's this quote."
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm looking up a quote right now. The Gillette Lighthouse is completely fake, and anyone who thinks it's real is an idiot. Donald Trump.
Trump would never say that.
He absolutely.
Hank, what's your favorite Iris Murdoch novel?
Probably The Great Gatsby. Next slide. Now we go on to we got that.
Never even read The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
You just know it's a book.
And
Yeah, dude.
He might
I
have
think
watched the
that's F.
movie.
Scott Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
green light across the pond. Lighthouse is in
You just
New England.
described a lighthouse.
Yeah, I did. So anyway, the question of what's real and what's fake can be questioned by anyone. Someone could say something's real, and someone could always have an argument that it's fake. Just because someone has proof that something's real doesn't mean that it necessarily is. And it's our job as humans to determine, find what's an illusion and what's reality. Like that's our daily task is what is real and what is fake. Some things
Hank,
they might be like some things like Jesus, maybe he wasn't real. Maybe those things weren't real, but he's a symbol. He's a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
He's a symbol of what we're going for.
You're smart what you've done. You've basically been like, there are a lot of idiots in this world, me being one of them.
Well, also, I think maybe Hank's been hanging out with somebody that has a history of questioning whether or not things are real, and that has rubbed off on him.
Oh.
Lighthouse is in New England. Wait, go back, please. Can you respect my slides? The first lighthouse was built in North America, was the Boston Light. So
Okay.
it was built in Boston, in Massachusetts. It's been a symbol of our state, of our region for a long time. It's a beacon of hope, if you will.
Is that real?
Next slide.
Is that lighthouse real?
That lighthouse is real. I don't know what.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. I want to set the ground rules. So that lighthouse is real. Got it.
It depends on who you ask. This is Sally Snowman. She was the last lighthouse keeper in America.
Would.
So she is retiring at the end of 2023 and will not be replaced. So in 2024, being a lighthouse keeper as a job is not real.
No, it's still a real job. It's, just
It's not.
We don't have it anymore. Anywhere in the world?
in America.
Okay, is this?
That's my world.
Does
It's
she
still a real job.
Is Sally Snowman currently a lighthouse keeper?
I'm saying in 2024,
Right,
Okay,
but right
we're-
now,
yeah,
we're in-
right this
I saw
second.
that you put the date at the start of your presentation. What was that again?
November 5th, 2023.
2023. Okay, so as of the date of
It's
this
taken me a
present-
long time to come to these conclusions.
As of the date of this presentation, it's a real job. Got it.
But in 2024, it will not be a real job. However, in 2023, it was a real job. So it kind of opens it up. It's like
It is.
things can be real at some point, but fake in others. How does that work?
You can't say in 2023 it was. It is.
Next
Okay.
slide. The last major lighthouse built in America was in 1962. It was Sullivan's Lighthouse in South Carolina. That was until the Gillette Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
In conclusion, it's our job as humans, as intellectuals, to sift through the nonsense and the illusions and determine what's real and what's fake, and really just find those beacons of hope. Just because someone tells you, Jesus wasn't real, it doesn't mean you can't use him as a symbol of hope. Just because PFT says this lighthouse isn't real, it doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't have to be real to you and as a region. So I think it's like maybe it's not real to you guys,
It's like wrestling.
but Patriots fans, New Englanders, they will recognize this lighthouse as a real thing, as a beacon of hope, and as a symbol of our team and our region. So that was kind of what I came to. It was hard. Obviously I had to say the lighthouse wasn't real, but in doing my research and coming to these conclusions, it's just not real to you guys.
I think that's.
I've gotten
I think
dumber.
that's. I think that's fair.
I've gotten dumber.
I think Hank took the weirdest possible way to reach a reasonable conclusion, which is if we believe in the lighthouse, then it's real.
Well, I didn't know what the task was, like make a presentation about how the lighthouse isn't real, but we know we've gone through that.
Right.
So
You
I
just
didn't
had
know.
to say it's not real.
I did on the show
Right.
after they lost.
I mean, the presentation was good. You've confused everyone, which was smart. You did kind of like a, hey, look at my thumb, G, you're dumb. Slap him in the face. What is real? Is this real right now?
Some are saying that the Big Bang Theory is really the big question. Like some are saying that we're just it was a comment. It was an Elon Musk TikTok, and it was a comment in the TikTok. So not an Elon Musk quote.
This is Billy. This is a Billy football.
Some are saying that we are living in a simulation, and
Yeah.
the simulation is to determine how humans will deal with AI, and we're about to come to that. That's about to come to a head.
And that has to do with the lighthouse. How?
Okay.
The Big Bang Theory. Did it happen or not?
We might not even be here.
Exactly.
Nothing is real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you did a good job of confusing everyone. That was actually very smart of you, Hank. I give it an A+.
It was good.
Well, I
You took the right route. Was just question everything,
Mhm.
literally everything, and so then nothing can be proven. What's that
this
on the slide?
What is that slide?
It's a zoomed in Sally Snowman. Memes and Max are loving it.
It looked like Rico.
I like Sally Snowman. I'm a Sally Snowman guy.
goat.
Sounds like a character in a children's book.
Mm-hmm. All right, Hank, good job.
Thank you.
You feel good that that's done with?
Yeah, it was stressing me out.
Yeah, we know. How much of that slide did you do yourself?
All of it.
All of it?
The Boston Light. I had DMs from people, but I had to go. I went the whole beginning. I think the only slide that I had some help with was the Boston Light.
I mean, it was a good presentation. You have us questioning everything. Nothing is real. Or is everything real?
That's on us.
Who's to say?
That's for us to determine.
That's the conclusion only a man who is very upset with the state of their football team would reach.
Yeah.
Well, none of this really even matters.
This is really, when you zoom out, you're like, this is where the Patriots season is. We're doing a presentation on what's real and what's fake.
I mean, I've talked more about lighthouses this year than the Patriots. That's probably a fact.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a fact. That is a fact.
Because you keep bringing it up.
Yeah.